That's right. I've been getting ready and getting ready for my whole life for this moment. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We have Aaron K. Gray. Just that. He's here with his manager, Mr. John Jackson. Now, this is going to be a great interview. I'm going to ask you to again to comment, to like it, comment, share with 3 people at least. And you know, I'm going to tell you why it's important. It's important because not only because Aaron has done an amazing job and has done some amazing things, but also, too, if you are an aspiring artist, you need to listen to this interview. Now, I'm listening to because, as you know, we're going to debut the Shower Singers sooner than later. And we already told Aaron, forget about it. He's out, all right? I know he's been asking and begging and pleading, but we said, no, you can't do it. All right. So listen, let's get started. You know, let's look at the audience to get to meet you. We'll start off with our easy stuff. Just tell us a little bit about you. You know, for those of them that you.
For those who don't know me, my name is Aaron K. Gray. I'm a soulful house vocalist, gospel vocalist, and I've been that way, a soulful house since 2004, 2014, 2014. But I was singing since I was about 5 years old. So you're talking about since 1985. So that and he's a real cool guy, like somebody that you can talk to, come hang out with. Like I enjoy being around everybody. Just a real normal, down to earth kind of guy. I carry bags and stuff like that upstairs with you. I do it with my neighbors all the time because I'm just that kind of guy. So like a real cool, down to earth, laid back individual.
Well, you need to come and carry my bag sometime. You don't carry my bag.
It's because you live in New Jersey. And I live in New York. But like I thoroughly enjoy soulful house music and gospel house music. Like I didn't think that I would ever end up in this genre, but when I tell you I'm so glad and grateful that I am here, it's been such a blessing to me. All the people have been such a blessing to me, like Momo, TV Henry, Dan Shiver, Mel Cherry, Delmar Brown, you know, Charles Dixon, Linda, Joy, and the list just goes on. And I'm grateful for you guys. There's so many more. Mark Francis, Jihad, Beloved, you know, this is, and the list just goes on. Tommy Davis from Quantize. I feel like I'm doing Grammys now. Let's get ready.
Well, yeah. well, who were some of your early music influences, and do you remember your first ever performance?
So, if I'm correct, my first performance was at my parents' church, and I remember singing "I'm Looking for a Miracle"
Okay.
by the Clark Sisters.
Okay.
And my early inspirations were like John P. Key, Smokey Norfolk, Karen Clark Sheard, Yolanda Adams, people like that. So those were my early influences.
Now, how about getting into gospel inspirational house? Now, how did that happen? Because clearly, in most churches, they're not singing gospel house.
None of them.
Matter of fact, I don't know a church. Matter of fact, I had a pastor one tell me, he says, it's scripturally correct, but it's too pulsating.
Yeah.
Listen, sometimes you need to do that to liven those churches up, but listen.
I don't understand how it's not accepted by especially mainstream church when we're doing praise and worship. Same thing. You know, so there's no real difference. I think it's more so the mindset. Once the mindset is unlocked, then everybody can be like, "Just what I've been missing out on." You know, so I really think that the mindset of mainstream church has got to be probably a little bit more accepting of things that they might not understand so much. So that way, when the mindset is unlocked, the heart can open the door and walk through the door to say, okay, there, God is there, regardless of me not being able to understand, and I can still feel God there. So I think that's imperative.
Now, what was your?
And I think that I think it's good to have gospel house in the church because the younger people will attend more with that beat.
They
Because
wanna-
no, honestly,
I agree.
you know, they're not used to the old type of gospel music. You know, young people love a beat.
Yes.
So how do you get them in church with the beat?
That's right. That's right. That's what
You
gets
know?
us out there we're on the spiritual church and the festivals and the dance. Hey, we love the beat. Please, yeah.
Like Basil said, it's the beat.
It's the
Brother
beat.
Basil, it's the beat.
That's right. So, so when you made the crossover, how did that happen?
Well, I was actually in church, and Junior White came and found me in a church. I was the assistant minister of music for a choir, and I was also the head of the fine arts department. So he found me. He was interested in having the choir sing, but the choir, they ended up declining because I just don't think that they really saw it. But I took a part, and that first track was Wonder Why. So once that took off and started happening, you know, I was kind of like, okay, I did one song. Now, where do we got God? Where are we going next? What is this journey unfolding into? So then it went from Wonder Why to Hallelujah to I think Remind Myself, and there's that feeling, and then it opened up into Funky Praise, and then more songs started coming after that. Come By Here, All I Need, Jesus, and it just started trickling after that. So like very, very shocking and surprisingly so, but it happened. But the kind of if you're going from mainstream gospel, from church into soulful house, the first thing that you got to be able to do is understand that the church is going to walk away from you, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with that, because that's almost guaranteed that the church is going to walk right away from you.
Well, you know, and that's not new, because if you look, and although he wasn't doing house, if you saw the movie with Ray Charles, when he started doing secular music, but it still had that gospel feel, that gospel whatever. They like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so it's it's interesting you brought that out.
Yeah.
How about classics, and do you write and produce also? Yeah.
I write, but I don't produce, not
Okay.
yet.
Okay. All right.
I definitely write.
Now, what's your process when do you hear a beat first? Do you hear a lyric first, or do you hear a hook first? What happened? Or
It all depends, because
Okay.
sometimes at like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, all of a sudden lyrics just start just coming. So it's like, okay, let's write those down, because they're really, really nice lyrics. And then later on I have to work with somebody to find music to go with it. So then I have to try to be as colorful as possible, so that way I can paint the picture for whoever's creating the track for that. But what I do find easy is allowing the track to talk to me. Like if a producer says, hey, this is a track that I'm looking for somebody to sing on, send it to me and see what the track says to me. If the track talks to me, then I can definitely write to it, and it's not a problem.
do you have a personal favorite? I know all your babies, right?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say, okay, I like this child better than I like that child.
Well, I can say, no, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding, folks. Just kidding. I love all my kids. The same.
Yeah, I can't really.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like when I think of one and I say maybe that one, then it's like there's that one, that one, that one, and that one, and it just starts to be a big mush. So I can't pick just one. It's kind of like a all kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Europe. Now, this is what I would like to do.
Yeah.
How about that for a segue? Okay. Now, we were talking earlier. Most people may dream of singing and never put anything down in terms of recording. Many people, now let's say, just imagine like a funnel, like it starts out here. Oh, we want to sing, like the shower singers. I mean, we're going places, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so it starts out here. Then you get to the people who actually record something. But that's not really it, because even just because you recorded something doesn't mean you're going anywhere with it. So now that you recorded something, now maybe people start to love you. All right? Now you still not, but now you're recording, and then people call you to do songs. And then you get people, you narrow it down, then people start asking you to perform in different places. And then now you start like a tour thing. I mean, that's like up here, you're down to like 1 or 2 people or 3 people dropping down in there. Tell us about the road to, I'm going to say the road to Europe for us, just for us. And then we're going to drill down. Okay.
I wasn't expecting to get this trip. You know, it just okay. So, every praise. Every praise to our God. Every word of worship. Okay, so Elder Bratton.
Sing it too, by the way. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell Elder Bratton. Y'all ain't gonna let me sing. Shout sing this. He ain't gonna let y'all sing this song. You have to put me in for that. Okay, I'll tell you right now. So Elder David Bratton is the writer of that song, and he works closely with Hezekiah Walker. Was very close with Timothy Wright, John Bickey. His resume is city blocks long.
Wow. Okay.
So I've been blessed to work with him with a group called Blueprint that he has. So we've been doing that for a little over a year. He connected with VUU, which is Virginia Union University. Shout out to VUU if you're watching. They were placed on a tour to go overseas. And some things happened, and that switched a few different things around. But eventually he ended up with the tour. So then it was him to choose who to bring with him. And he chose myself and several other soloists. And at first I was like, you kidding me? So he was like, no. And I said, for how long? He said, a month. I said, you're kidding me.
Wow.
So I think, okay, so being an artist is so much more than getting in front of a microphone and singing or going into a booth and singing. It starts with your behavior. It starts with your personality. It starts with your contact. It starts with your treatment for other people. Then it goes into your business. There's a lot of things happen before you can get up in front of a mic and sing. A lot of people can sing, and some of the best singers you'll never hear because their attitude is disgusting.
Okay. All right. They think. Okay.
Attitude is like everything. Because one of the things that I remember hearing from Elder Bratton was everybody that I brought on this trip, I brought them not only because they were phenomenal singers, but because you guys have beautiful personalities. You're not arrogant. You're not selfish. You're not, big me and little everybody else.
Right.
So he brought a particular type of individual. The trip, amazing.
Okay, so let's do the trip part here. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to just imagine you're sitting down, like say with a little kid, and you're telling the story, like almost like, I don't know, Grimm's fairy tales or whatever it was. Tell us the story, like, how you were feeling, what you saw, maybe also to some of the sites, because we saw you take pictures from different places.
I still have more pictures to upload.
Wow. And then too, you're in Europe where, admittedly, many people don't look like us.
Right.
And they're like eating it up or whatever. Take us there. Take us there.
So when I got on the plane, I was like, yes, 10 hours. I'm going to go to sleep. Thank you, Lord. And I was like, dang, it's another 9 hours and 30 minutes.
Okay.
9 hours. 8 hours and 15 minutes. 7 hours. So I was so much excitement I didn't go to sleep. But when we got off of the plane, it was like, this place is really foggy today.
Okay.
But it was just a kind of a foggy day. But once we got to the first venue, so the first venue, we started off in, because we didn't start off in Germany. Excuse me, we didn't start off there.
Okay.
We started off in Debrecen, Hungary.
Okay, yeah, I did see that.
which is the home to one of the guys that is coordinator of the tour, Domenico. So we started off there, and it was a lot of fun. So Domenico is a very, 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 very calm, laid-back guy. Really fun to be around. But when he cracks a joke, it's a side splitter. It's a joke. So like getting to know him as a person who pretty much got us together for this trip, along with Manfrini, was an amazing experience. So first event that we did, we had a lot of fun. A little hiccups here and there because it was our first time getting together, but like the third day, it was a solid event. The songs were flowing amazingly. We bonded and connected like sisters and brothers. Like, we've known each other for a long time. Wow. So you have as young as 21 all the way up to, let's say, about 65.
Okay.
And the entire group was like a unit. So that's a rarity. You know, there was no egos. Like, it got to a point where me being going on 40, raised a bit differently, I suggested to the younger men that were there, leave your bags on the bus. Let the ladies carry your bags while you take the equipment and everything else inside, the luggage and the suitcase. So that became a thing. The guys would get off the bus, take care of the equipment and everything that needs to go from under the bus, take it off the bus and put it into the venue. The young ladies would just take their, the roll bags and put them inside. So it became its own functioning unit, which was really awesome to see. I have not been around that many, like, frat guys all at once. Let me tell you, it was a party.
Okay.
It was a straight party. Like, it was a straight party hanging out with them. They listen. And they're humble. And they teach. And I was grateful that they were able to teach me, because we had to do some dancing, and I didn't know the choreography.
Okay. But
I was grateful that they took the time to teach me the choreography, so that way I could be a part of the group and be one like everybody else. So when the videos show up, you guys are going to see me singing with the choir. Y'all going to see me doing some dancing and moving. And y'all going to see me keep up with some pretty tall folks. I thought I was tall.
Wow. Wow.
But like, the food was amazing. So every day kind of went like this. We get up in the morning. Actually, no, that doesn't start the day. The day started in the evening. So after the event, we would go to the hotel, wash your clothes by hand, because they do not have washing machines there, really.
Wow.
They really don't do washing machines.
Wow.
So you have to wash all of your importance by hand, put them on a radiator, a huge radiator that's got multiple levels.
Okay.
And overnight for it to dry. Then you get up in the morning for breakfast, like 6:30 or 7. You get your breakfast. You go pack your bag, or bags in this case. You get everything situated, brush your teeth, hop in the shower. And you walk out the door. Get on the bus.
Okay.
4 hours of driving.
Oh, wow.
And then once you get off the bus, you go have lunch. And then you might have to get back on the bus to go to the event. And then to the event for like sound check. And then you might go to dinner, or you may go to the hotel to drop your stuff off. So it was either hotel or dinner, depending on the time frame and how much time we had left. But it was literally that every day, a different city every day. All until we got into Orvieto. But once we got to Orvieto, like, the food all over Italy was good.
All right.
But oh my gosh, in Orvieto, so I had 6 plates of food. And I gained 10 pounds, guys. So in a month, I think most of that came in the last week of me being there. Was
Wow.
So when we went to Orvieto for the Umbria Jazz Fest, I should have brought the towel. I forgot to bring the towel to show you guys. But they had a buffet.
Okay, now.
So they had huge pan of codfish. Then they had lasagna. Then they had a different kind of pasta. Then they had another one with a different kind of pasta with the fettuccines. Then they had a bowl of cooked vegetables and had a bowl of cooked vegetables cold. And they had zucchini. Then they had eggplant. And then you go to the other side, and then you have 3 different kinds of salads, and then you have a seafood salad, and then you have 5 different desserts, and then it's just like, and then once that whatever runs out, that's gone, and then they bring something totally different. Wow. So I start off with codfish, chicken, and pasta with a lentil soup, and then after that, I went to rabbit.
Okay.
They had some rabbit.
Okay.
Spinach.
Okay.
Something that was kind of like a couscous. I don't remember if it was couscous or not.
Okay.
But
the food was excellent, huh?
Oh. And the pasta. Then they had so they had this octopus salad. Jesus, this octopus salad.
Okay.
Good God.
Okay.
And then the smoked salmon. Oh Lord, the smoked salmon. Oh Jesus, the smoked salmon was smoking.
Yeah. How about when you got there? Now it's time to perform. How was the audience and like was it what you were expecting, or did it surprise you, or what was your reaction to that?
So a couple of the audiences, we were on the stage and we just looked at them like, I guess we just in this by ourselves.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Because we making all this noise and we're sweating and they're just sitting there. So it's like, okay.
Okay. All right.
I guess we turn the party around.
Okay.
But there was a few of them that they made so much noise, and it was beautiful to be able to. So the theaters are very different. Like they go really high up.
Oh, okay.
Like you're saying, like you literally got to do like this to cover your eyes from the lights to see the people that are basically on the ceiling.
Wow. So
it's like all the way around, cascade all the way around, and then you have the entire mesh of people. Let me see. I would love to show you a picture. I'm gonna have to send you some pictures. To
okay.
Show.
Absolutely.
But we sang with the people. There was a part where we go, oh,
okay.
Then we get down and we clap and everything. So they did that with us, and it was just so much noise, and it was nice to see that they were so interactive and like activated. Like they were like activated. A few of them came on stage to sing with us.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah, we had a good time. Elder Bratton taught me a lot. He taught me a lot through that experience. So my shows are going to start to be a bit more dynamic and a bit more interesting, because a lot of what he taught me, I'd never thought of it that way, but it makes sense. He basically was teaching me to don't just sing to the people, interact with the people. And I do to a degree by getting off the stage to sing with the people and stuff like that. But how many times do you see artists like get into crowd participation with the crowd and get them to sing and laugh and things like that? So that was one of the major things that I learned was imperative, because then after that, it went from being a hot show to it's like, oh my God, y'all not gonna let us leave.
Okay. Okay.
Because they were so amped.
Wow.
They were so amped.
Wow.
And there was one lady, so I hope she don't see this, but she took a video of me and took some pictures of me from the audience. And then I was on the bus going to the next city. Okay. I was on the bus going to the next city. And she sends me an inbox, and she basically is trying to court me. And I said, okay, but I've not met you face to face, and I don't, that takes time. It takes time for me to get to know. I'm not that fast.
Okay.
Plus, you live in a different country, so there's, oh, I do this and I do that for a living, and this is this is who my father is, blah, blah, blah. Don't give me a... So now you know something about me. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Like, beautiful.
Okay.
But I'm like, you over here, and I live over in hold on, after a month I'm being back home, and I don't know when I'm coming back. So For me, it's like how if we were to even really date, what would it consist of, and how would it really go? I've never done a long distance relationship, and I don't think I want to.
Okay. let's move on to this part here. Were there any surprises, as a person being out there and the audience compared to the U.S.? Is there any place else you want to perform in Europe, or when you want to go back there, or?
So the surprise for me was, normally when you go to another country, you think it's going to be so much more different when it comes to the people performing and, watching you perform or sing to them. But love is love.
Love is love. Okay.
And appreciation is appreciation. So it was almost like I was still here because it was the same level of love, the same level of appreciation, the same level of excitement that happens here. So I missed my Jersey house family, but I still felt like I was with my Jersey house family because it was the same kind of love. So that was a major surprise, except for those that were a bit more quiet.
Now, okay, we're getting near the end, so I'm going to kind of skip ahead a little bit. You were named number 2 vocalist in the world, huh?
So when I found out, John called me to tell me, and I was in the mall, and I was looking for different things in the mall, so like I got all watery-eyed. Okay, so y'all ain't never seen me cry. I don't know if you'll ever see me cry. I'm not big on crying, but this trip, it touched my heart so, and it touched my soul so that it was like you'll see several videos of me just crying on stage, crying and singing, because it was just that much of a blessing, and I really pray to God that I get to share that same kind of experience now that I'm back home, to share that kind of experience with you, because it's just the energy that the people, when I say the people, I mean all of us, the singers, that we collectively exuded into the audience was amazing, and the way that it just came right back. So like that kind of I've never seen anybody sing house and have an experience with the people that causes the people to just, it disturbs the entire atmosphere, and everybody's just enjoying themselves and loving themselves and crying, and it's an experience. Other than a few times when John and we went to the Bang Out in December, so we went and saw that, and there's a few videos that John has seen the people cry when Resting Place comes on. But it's like that, but even more so, because now you're connecting with the people. Right. So we're gonna connect even better. Okay. On a greater level.
When I first looked at the artist list, Tracksource artist list, I started at number 99. Okay. And I went down.
Love you too, Sean.
Down. And I got to, I guess, about number 50, and I didn't see Aaron K. Gray, right? So I kept scrolling down. I got to 25, and I'm like, there's no Aaron K. Gray. So I'm like, wait a minute. Did they forget to put us on the top 100 list? So I scrolled down to number 5. Now my heart is skipping because I'm like, they forgot to put him on here. So then I scrolled down. I said, oh, well, let me just see who's number 1. So I scrolled down from number 5, and I got to number 2, and I was like, no way. And that's when I called Aaron and told him.
I was trying not to cry in the mall because that was an amazing experience.
Wow. Yes.
And then when I got to share it with everybody that was there, they were like, wow.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Shout out to all the vocalists that hit the top 100 this year. Major shout out to the top 20, to the top 10. Let's keep going. And to those that did not make it, keep fighting.
Well, next year, look for the Shower Singers. Anyway, why are you laughing?
Keep one eye open and one ear open.
in the top 100, you're going to be 101.
Wow, we're right down to the wire here. Yeah. See, that's just another reason you cannot be with us. Anyway, we're not gonna let you in. I'm telling you, I don't care how you plead and beg. We're not gonna let you in the shower.
Well, I qualify. I qualify to be in it.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll bring you in. We got to audition you first.
I'm out of here.
Do you have any final thoughts, or if people want to follow you, support you, keep up with you, how do they do it? And any final thoughts?
So my final thoughts are, you never know what'll happen if you don't put the work in. You must put the work in, regardless of how things look, regardless of your age bracket, regardless of what people are. Okay, so regardless of what people are saying to you, if you believe it and it's in your heart, fight for it. Work for it. Eat, sleep, breathe it. You have to make it happen. You cannot blame other people for not giving you an opportunity. The opportunity is within you. You have to give yourself the opportunity to go to every door, whether it's going to slam, whether it's going to close, whether they're going to laugh at you, whether they're just going to be again. Go to every door until you find your yes, because the yes will come. I didn't start getting into house music period, on a more serious level until I hit 34. And I was at a point where I was like, this is not going to happen. Let me find me a little job in Macy's or something like that. And God be with me and continue singing in the church. But God said, that's not it. So I fought for it. And I'm here because I'm fighting for it. And I'm fighting for it so that way I can encourage other people to fight for it. Because you can and you will have it. You just got to fight for it.
And my motto is, if you can't get in the front door, go around the back.
Climb
If you
through a
can't get
window.
around in the back door, then you go to the side. Can't go through the side, then you go through the roof.
The roof.
Yeah.
The roof is on fire.
But you know what? In the Bible, didn't they lower the man?
Yeah, they right.
through the
Yeah, I
roof
think they
to
go
see
right in
Jesus?
there.
And because of his level of faith,
That's right.
you cannot give up.
Right.
No matter what people say, no matter. Okay, so there's been folks that everybody in house music ain't been nice to me, and even most recently, there's been some kind of shady stuff to where it's like, ooh, okay, well at least I know who you are.
I didn't. Wow. If people want to follow you, contact you, support you, how do they work all that? And I guess you and John can kind of share that with us.
So you can follow me on Aaron K. Gray, AARONKGRAY, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. If you're looking to book me for events, then find John Jackson on Facebook, Quad 4 Promotions on Instagram, and
Well, my Facebook is John Jackson, and my Instagram is Quad, the number 4 Promotions with the S, and my Twitter is Quad 4 Promotions with the S, and Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
me go and tell this one.
Or if you can't reach me there, you can reach me at one of the clubs somewhere because I'm always
sure.
Find
there
me in the club,
networking.
bottle full of book. Oh, I'm sorry. You got what you need.
Find him in the club.
You can catch me in the club.
It's easier to find connect with John than it is to connect with me, especially for booking events. Plus, if you reach out to me and ask me about an event, I'm going to forward you straight to John. So it's probably best that you just reach out to John. Yeah, because I try to do what I need to do, which is to write, keep my voice in a good place, keep it. I need to put these 10 extra pounds in the right. Thank you, Lord.
But whatever you do, don't come to my house.
Don't come I'm gonna tell you, it's probably easy to work with John. It's I tell folks all the time, it's easy to work with John.
Yes, it is. It really is.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. So somebody reached out to me because they wanted to book me for an event. I said, okay, it's probably best you reach out to John. And spoke to John. So they hit me back. Because John lets me know what the conversation is. I didn't particularly like the way that they were dealing with John, but they hit me back. I don't like the way John is. Blah 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 blah. So I said, okay. So I said, so you want to deal with just me? So they said yes. So I said, okay. So John had worked with them. It was nice. Had brought a fee down. I went over that. I'm not here to play any games. This is what it is. It's non-negotiable. Take it or leave it. You're better off working with John. Because I'm going to tell you one time and that's it. If you give me any kind of extra, I'm just not going to pay no mind to it because I have writing to do. I have clothes to try to get situated with my my designer. I go to the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm busy, and in addition to that, my uncle's husband is in the hospital, so I'm like always trying to talk to my uncle, check up on him, see how he's doing, making sure the kids are all right. Like personal things. Right. I even check in on some of my friends that I don't see all the time. So I'm not on Facebook as much as I was because I have a lot more work to do, and these workloads have changed. Especially since I've hit number 2 as a vocalist, things have already started to change. It was changing in December as soon as the information dropped. So like I now also have to do a bunch of radio drops. So DJs, please don't be upset with me. I'm going to get to y'all drops. I promise you. I've been telling y'all since last March.
And there was one guy who wanted to work with Aaron, and he was upset with me, the way that I was dealing with him. And the reason why he was upset with me is because he couldn't rip off Aaron for his publishing. Okay. Come to find out, he was trying to rip Aaron off for his publishing, and that's why he was upset the way I was dealing with him, because I read it. I read what was going on right from the beginning.
Well, what we probably need to do, and we're gonna end this part of the show. Now we're gonna go into the Shazam Free Zone. What we need to do, maybe we need to do a show on show business.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe we can do something like that in the
show
future.
Show business and show etiquette.
Okay, all right. Well, let's do this. We're gonna. Unfortunately, we got to call it quits. We're gonna just first of all, Chuck, why don't you give them a. Listen,
like a big old banana.
We're gonna go into the Shazam Free Zone after this. I just want to say very much, thank you very much to our special guest for coming on this show, especially off your tour in Europe, number 2 vocalist in the world. I think maybe, I don't know how it became number 2. It should have been number 1, but we'll have that discussion on another show. In the meantime, too, we're going to feature our special artist. Is going to be Pam Weathers Underhill. And she's got a track called Believe, and it's all about, you're talking
Believing.
about keep going for it. At some point, it comes down to you can't really see it. You just got to believe it. You guys got to keep fighting for it, to use your terms. And this is a great, great track, and I got both versions. Raw Substance is behind the original one, and then of course Randall Smooth did a remix. We're gonna play both of those, and then we got some other stuff we're gonna play in the Shazam Free Zone.
Before we do that, I think it's really awesome to be number 2 because I'm still growing.
Okay.
So next year I could be number 1.
No, that's gonna be the Shower Singers. I'm just trying to tell you like a T.I. is. So, you keep growing. Anyway.
John, we got to get another album out there.
Oh, goodness. Anyway. All right. Well, listen. Now, again, thank you so much, guys, for coming on. Of course, I like to have a little fun.
And new singles are coming soon.
And listen. I'm going to be right knocking on. I'm going to his house.
Especially the follow-up The follow-up to Resting Place
Okay.
is coming very soon. Mark Francis and Aaron K. Gray, new song coming soon.
Okay, well, listen, we want to know about it and get it right out there.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much. Hey, guys, thank you so much for coming out. And
Thank you.
he's right. They're wonderful. They're wonderful people. So, all right. I'm DJ Dan with Soulful House Nation. What we're going to do, we're going to go into the Shazam free zone. I will not tag anybody, only because the faster I tag, the faster Facebook finds me and shuts us down. They did that on the last show. They did it several times, and it just was an interesting way to end the show last
I got you. Me go and tag everybody right now. Hold on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you so much. We're going to go over to the Shazam Free Zone. I'm DJ Dan with Soulful House Nation. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. This is DJ Dan with Soulful House Nation. When you want to know what's going on in the Soulful House community, listen to Soulful House Nation. And now it's time to subscribe. Push that button. Get ready, get ready, get ready.